Alrighty, how are we, folks? Welcome to another hunt up in the snowy mountains. You can see it's beautiful today, around about 12 degrees, not too bad. Freaking cold this morning, but and I've got my first target worth talking about. If you look down there in the hole, right about there, I've got what appears to be a halfpenny. It's about halfpenny in size, got a bit of blister about it, which is unusual for up here. Let's hang on. Yeah, 1949, so we've got a 1949 halfpenny. Not in bad nick, it's just got a couple of blisters. That's unfortunate. This soil normally keeps them pretty good, so I'll give it a bit more of a... There we go. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, let's crack on, see what else we can find. Alrighty, folks, so we've had a couple of shotgun cartridge cases and things like that, but this is our first Martini Henry slug. You can see this one's impacted quite hard. Got rifling marks where it's been through the weapon. Skirt's been expanded at the back, trapped those gases. So I fired Martini Henry bullet and not too far from the fence. As you can see, the marker set up there. If we look back along the line, way out there in the distance, you can see the other marker. Weather's starting to close in a little bit. The sun's still out, but every time it goes behind those clouds, it gets a bit cool. Alright, we're going to crack on as much longer as we can. See what else we can find, eh? Alrighty, folks, so we've got our next target, and it looks like we've got our first silver of the day. If you have a look just in there, I've got what appears to be a thrippent sized it's King George, looks like King George the 5th on that side. So, yep, coat of arms, and there you go there, folks. I don't know if you can see that. 1912. Hang on. Yep, if I tilt it right on the light, got a 1912 or 10. No, it looks like 12. 1912 thrippence, fairly worn too. Alright, let's crack on. So what before I crack on, I suppose, the area I'm playing in here, the farmhouse proper is over there, and to my right there's a road. That road alignment has changed when you look at the parish maps, and this paddock I'm in is the edge of the old road, and the new road's another 50 metres away outside the fence. So there's every chance that people were stopping on the side of the road. This is a fairly flat area, and that's what I'm looking for here. So far I've got 2 coins and a couple of shotgun cartridges and things like that. I'll give that a little lick, and yeah, you can definitely see it now. That says 1912. Alrighty, 1912 thrippence, let's crack on. Alrighty, folks, so that weather certainly looks to be getting worse. No rain yet. It's likely to be snow before it's rain, I reckon. It's starting to chill right down. But down in the hole, and I don't know if you can see that, just in about there, looks to be a button. I'll back it off a little bit so you can see it. Okay, it's got writing on the back. Okay, that's got a crown on it. One moment. Okay, I think it's silver plated. It looks to have, well, it looked to be rubbing a little bit. I don't think it's actually silver, but I'm pretty sure right underneath the crown it says police. Now I don't know the vintage of this. I'm going to have to look that up. Whether it's a 2-piece button. So we just scrub away at that there. It says a more. So they're normally a more's normally a Sydney. Yeah, they're sweet. Yeah, Sydney. A more Sydney. So it's a local made button, and that looks to be the. I want to say Queen's Crown, but okay, I'm going to stop just making shit up. I think I'm going to research that and get back to you. I think it might be a fairly modern police button, which is quite weird being out in the middle of here, but we'll figure it out. Alright, let's move on. Alrighty folks, so had a nice 82. If you look just in there, I'm going to pop it out. Got a nice reeded edge. I reckon it's going to be a sixpence. Oh, fuck, just dropped it. Oh yeah, that's Queen Elizabeth on that side. So that police button was just over there, so a couple of rows across. Yeah, that's definitely Queen Elizabeth, which makes it a 1957 sixpence. And I've said it before when we've pulled out 50 percenters out of here, they've always come up really nice because of the benign soil. Don't know what happened to that halfpenny, but this is in pretty good nick. 1957 Queen Elizabeth II sixpence. Sweet as. Alright, let's crack on. Alrighty folks, so here's the next target. And it's unfortunate it didn't come out complete. Little kid's toy cap pistol. Single paper cap, so you can see in there that the hammer's back. Unfortunately the barrel separated from the body, getting it out, and that's the end result. Like I said, I never seem to get them out in one piece, and maybe it's just me being a bit ham-fisted, or maybe they're just super fragile. But either way, it's a long way from the farmhouse, which does support my theory of the road being along here, and people stopping along the way. Alright, let's crack on, see what else we can get. Alrighty folks, so here's my next target. I've already had it out of the hole and given it a bit of a clean. I think it's one of those religious pendant bits. It's got the right shape, it's got a bit of lettering around the top there. It's quite mangled, but I'm going to go with that at the moment, and we'll give it a bit of a clean later and see if we can't come up with something different. But at this stage, it's a religious pendant. Alright, let's crack on. Alrighty folks, so let's go on an adventure together. See that hanging out of there? Just about there. Now, I haven't uncovered that yet. I've uncovered it, but I haven't done anything with it. Let's find out what it is together. It was a 62 on the Deus. Now, looking at it from the back, what I assume is the back, it's got a whole bunch of lettering. And I didn't do that. That nick is not me. Alright, I can see the words wax. Righto. So what we might do is I might just put you to the side for a second, and I'll get out my toothbrush, give that a clean, and we'll come straight back. At the moment it looks like something ornamental, but let's have a look, eh? Alrighty folks, so what I've managed to uncover, it says 100 patent wax Vestus warranted. Now I reckon it might be the top off a match container, which they often call Vestas, and obviously being 100 patent wax, so I'm assuming there was 100 matches in there that were wax tipped. This is all supposition. I need to do some research, but that's as good as I can get at the moment. But let's find out when we get home, eh? Righto, let's crack on. Alright, so here's probably the most exciting find today so far anyway. That looks a lot like a thimble. Let's get in there. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's I didn't hit it. Now let's get a clean. Talk amongst yourselves. a bit of dirt on. I reckon that's silver, definitely reckon. Yeah, there you go, see the hallmarks there? Got some hallmarks just on the side there. Alright, I'll take some stills of that and probably put them in the video, but awesome, that's a, and it's uncrushed, it's just a little bit misshapen. Awesome. Alright, let's crack on, see what else we can find. I don't think we're going to beat that though, that's beautiful. Alright, let's crack on. Alrighty, we'll check that out, folks. It's an absolute pearler. The reason I'm showing it to you now is it's pretty much coming apart. But that is an old school brass 12 gauge cartridge, or what's left of one. And you can see there in the light, I'm not sure if you can, but it says Loxley cartridges, Sydney. And it's a 12 gauge cartridge, but it actually says Loxley Cartridge Company, Sydney. An absolute pearler. Like I said, it's falling apart. Alrighty, let's crack on. Alright, so here's my next target, and you can see just there I've popped what appears to be a threepence. I'm just going to reach in and pick that up. Oh. Yep, definitely a threepence. Little rub on the front. 1935. 1935 threepence with King George V on the other side. Excellent. That wind's a bit of a shocker, isn't it, folks? But the storm seems to have gone away. Still freaking cold, but there you go there, folks. 1935, nicely drying in the sun. Alright, let's crack on. Alrighty, folks, starting to get a bit late in the day, but we've got ourselves another coin in here. If you look down in there, I'll get a handy pointing stick. You can see just here, there's a reeded edge. Just there. I'll reach in and grab that. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's a shilling. Oh man. It's a 1914. Sorry folks, I'm gutted here. It's a 1914 shilling. And I've just scratched the shit out of it. In really good nick too. King George V on that side. And you can see 1 shilling written right across it there, and a scratch right between the kangaroo and the shield. I am really annoyed with myself there. I should have pinpointed the bastard first. I just dug a hole. Let's just have a quick listen and see if there's anything else in there. I can't even make myself feel better and say, well, I only hit 1 coin, because I hit the only one in the hole. It's not too bad. It's definitely a hit though. But hey, I'll take it. It's a nice, beautiful, big silver. Not big, but it's close enough. Alright, I'm going to stop talking now because I'm just annoyed. Righto, let's move on. Alrighty folks, welcome to the wrap up from the hunt up in the Snowies. Got a few bits and pieces, not a lot of coins, but a lot of, other farm type implements and stuff, so let's go through them all. We'll start over here with the coins though. We did get some nice things. We got a 1940s Skippy halfpenny, which you can see there. And in the silvers we got that beautiful 1914 shilling that I've managed to clout and damage, which is unfortunate. I'll bring it out into the sun, see if we can get a better look at it. Really quite a pretty coin. I don't think it was minted or dropped long after it was minted. It's unfortunate that I've clouded it, but I should be more careful, I know. What else have we got? We've got that 1957 sixpence and 2 threepences, and 1935, and then we'll bring this one out into the sun. And I'm pretty sure it was like a 1912. Well, it wasn't like a 1912, it was a 1912. As you can see there, I'll see if I can get a bit closer. Quite well worn, that one. But the 1935 is in really nice condition, as you can see there. Oh, you saw it come out of the ground anyway, you know it was in beautiful condition. Alrighty, in amongst the other bits and pieces, I know we're sort of floating in and out of focus a bit here, folks, but I've got this thimble that I picked up. As you can see, it's still got half the paddock in it. I've been trying to get that out, but it's not really playing. You can see the the silver marks just there, and I've got a close-up of those. It's a Chester silver mark. She's a bit bent, but unlike a lot of thimbles that we find, this one's actually still round, which is pretty cool. Back over to the rest of the pile. The ammunition, so different types of shotgun cartridges up the top. Martini Henry bullets, some normal hunting style bullets. That toy gun, decorative cap off something, as you can see there. This is something else I've got no idea on. I think it's a cap, or not a cap, a badge of some description. The matchbox, as best as I can make out, matchbox lid, and a couple of buckles. The police button, just there. That quite banged up, I believe it's St. Christopher's medal or something similar. This little piece here, which I believe is a rain guide from a sulky, and a cattle ear tag. So all up, it wasn't too bad. Chucked the drone up for a little bit. It was quite windy, so a bit hard to get the drone footage perfect, but still moving along on that paddock. You've seen me on so many times before, and we're not quite finished. I reckon we've got about a quarter of that paddock to go before I move into the paddock on the other side of the hill, other side of the property, sorry. Right, folks, hope you enjoyed it. My pick, I've got two really. I've got this, and I'll put them together. The thimble and the shilling are both beautiful. Matter of fact, I think all those silver coins are. Alright folks, see you in the next one, eh?